It is going to be Benoit Saint Denis against Dustin Poirier in a fight that we thought we lost last week, but of course is back on. Very excited to talk to the God of War, the pride of France, Benoit Saint Denis. He's kind enough to join us right now. There he is. Hello, Benoit. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to talk to you again. Thank you for joining us. Where are you right now? Which country are you in?
I'm in Bulgaria for 3 weeks to get ready for my next opponent.
Why Bulgaria?
I was supposed to go there to train a lot of wrestling because there's an amazing wrestling coach named Niki Stanchev, and we decided to still have him in the team, in the staff, and to go out there and to bring a lot of guys with us there to get a full training camp. So all my French staff is here. So yeah, we just changed a bit the schedule. It's not gonna be a training camp to improve wrestling. It's just gonna be a usual training camp to get ready for the fight.
And do you usually go to Bulgaria before your fights?
No, I usually go there like 1 month per year to get better at wrestling because wrestling is a sport I began the latest with, in 2020, late 2019. I really began to wrestle, so I still have a lot of stuff to learn, and I feel like yeah, I'm getting good at it. And yeah, I'm blessed to have a very intelligent and full of experience and expert in my stuff all around me.
And I saw earlier today, it seemed like you were at some sort of like, I don't know if it was like some amateur show or sparring. Was it boxing? Where were you at? I saw on your Instagram story. Where was that? Or what was that?
This morning I just had a boxing lesson with
Oh, okay.
with a very very talented coach who was responsible for the French Olympic team in English boxing. There is a tournament in Sofia right now for the French team,
Oh,
so he's coaching a lot of the guys out there, and I managed to have him by my side sometimes. Yeah.
that's great. So like I said, in November, after the win over Matt Frivola, you said, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, these are the names I want. And, I think a lot of people thought like you're going to be there very soon, but maybe not the next one. Deep down in your heart, did you think that you would get one of those names for your next one?
No, I thought I was going to have a tough fight against the top 10. I really believed in this Beneil Dariush matchup potentially, but I knew my manager was working a lot on a lot of stuff. But when something is not sure or is not done, he's never telling me because I don't want to be preparing for Hooker and then for Turner and then for Dariush, then for Sarukian, and then for Poirier, and then for Justin, and then you go back from Justin to Hooker or whatever.
Right.
So he always tells me when it's almost sure, like 90% sure.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you found out it was Dustin next for you?
I was really, really happy. He's a tough guy, a lot of tough guy in this division, in the top five. It is surprising to a lot of people that I'm facing him, but I think it's one of the only weight class where it's surprising to face a top five opponent after 5 finishes in a row. So yeah, I'm really happy. He has a lot of experience. He is a former interim champion, of course. So it's really gonna be a test match for me. It's a big test to see if I'm ready for whatever is next behind Poirier.
Did you have any idea that there was any kind of issue between him and the UFC about agreeing to this fight before all of this happened on Thursday?
Not on our side. On our side, everything was clear. I had a message from the main matchmaker of the UFC. We agreed for the fight. Everything was okay on our side. Um, I'm not a big star like Poirier is, so I'm still pretty fresh in the game. So I don't have the politics
Sure.
in my pockets, and it's not a game I'm used to play or I have ever played. So I'm just gonna try to do what I'm good at. It's taking people's head off and going climbing the rankings and getting ready for this fight. And I imagine that when you have been this long in the UFC, there is a lot more talk with the show, a lot more stuff. But really happy to have this guy in front of me, 9th of March.
What was your reaction when you saw his initial tweet last Thursday that the fight was off? What did you do?
Uh, I had a text of my manager telling me keep training and get ready because it's nothing. So I knew I don't know what really happened, but I kept focus and I knew I was not injured. So if anybody was gonna pull out, I thank the UFC for that. But if somebody is pulling out of a fight, you keep on the card and the other guy is going away. It's so it works. So the guy that is agreeing to fight anybody is gonna stay on the card. So I was just doing my night training and waiting for what's gonna be next.
Luckily, the drama didn't last very long, so I think just a couple hours later, you were able to see that it was all rectified. But I just wanted to ask you, and I'm not trying to cause any sort of drama here for you, but I just wanted to get like the timeline correct because I saw the message that Dana White posted, the text message, which I think was between you and the matchmaker, or you and Hunter Campbell, someone in the UFC staff. And then I saw an interview that one of your coaches did with a reporter, Guilherme Cruz, where he said he found out about it during when it was announced about the fight in the night. But I saw an interview with you in French, and comme tu sais, je comprends français. J'ai entendu qu'est-ce que tu as dit dans l'interview, and my understanding of the interview was that you knew from your manager that this was the fight, and then you just didn't know when they were going to announce it, and it was your wife who woke you up in the middle of the night to tell you that Dana had put it out there that the fight was going to happen. So you did know about it beforehand, and maybe your coach didn't know about it. Is that fair to say? Is that why he said that?
So I did know the fight was gonna happen the night before. We agreed, everything was agreed, and but like my manager said, when it's not announced, you are not 100% sure. But we had the green light from Hunter Campbell, but my coach is a very energetic guy, so he is always the last guy who are telling the fight is on because he's gonna get crazy all night long watching his fights. So if it was not gonna be the guy we are fighting, he was not gonna be happy about the announcement. So then the day after, I had the surprise that it was announced this fast because it was only 24 hours after we agreed to make the fight. So because it's this far away, I didn't know when it was gonna be announced. But of course, I was surprised it was announced this fast.
Yeah, and your wife woke you up to tell you, so like it was probably at around 5 in the morning or something, because I think it was announced around 11 o'clock here. So what was it like when she woke you up to tell you it was announced?
She told me green lights, everything is green now. I believe because your fight is on, and I was very happy about it, and it's a great matchup. I'm very happy about it, and I was very happy to learn from Hunter Campbell and Guillaume Pelletier, my manager, that the fight was gonna happen. And then the announcement was pretty fast, and yeah, just a lot of joy because yeah, he's a tough guy. He's a name and a figure in this weight class, and I'm the newcomer, and I'm coming for him. So I know he's gonna be prepared because he's experienced, and he always delivers. So yeah, it's gonna be a violent fight, like we talked about
Yes.
with Justin. Yeah, I believe Poirier has the chin as well. Maybe the last fight is not the best to prove it, but there have been a lot of fights where his chin hold up pretty great, like the Dan Hooker fight. So I think it's gonna be a violent fight.
Considering his last fight, considering his place in the division and sport, are you surprised he agreed to this fight?
Um, yeah, I was surprised, but when you see the weight class and you see which fight was already booked, and that the guy comes from a lose, so he has to defend his position. So I was starting to believe in it more and more because if you come from a lose, usually you fight somebody behind you. So I saw a lot of guys between him and me getting booked, like RDA and Gamrot. So yeah, I was starting to hope that I would get a guy like Dariush or a guy like Poirier, like maybe Chandler. I don't know if maybe you know better than me. Maybe Chandler
Yeah.
will finally face Conor. I don't know, but yeah, I was starting to believe that I was gonna have somebody between Poirier and Beneil.
So he told me, I spoke to him on Monday, Dustin, on the show, and he told me two interesting things. Number one, the original plan was for this to be at UFC 300, but he asked for it to be at 299, and it was his idea to make it 5 rounds and not 3 rounds. And so, can I ask your thoughts on that? First of all, would you have preferred it be at 300? And number two, what was your reaction when you found out it was going to be a 5 round fight?
To be honest, it's even more exciting. It's like fighting Matt Frevola in New York. When you fight the New Yorker guy in New York, there is some excitement from the crowd, and I believe there will be some excitement from the crowd against Poirier. So um, maybe he's the underdog for the matchmaker, but he's not the underdog for the crowd. And I think I will feel the excitement at UFC 299 because Miami is like his home. You know, it's where he's training. He has a great team, a big team. Um, yeah, UFC 300 would have been crazy as well, but fighting the guy that trains out of the American top team, that is like a figure of the ATT, which is one of the biggest professional gym in the US. Fighting him, co-main event, hometown for him. Yeah, it's crazy. It's yeah. I expect it to be a tough fight, and I'm expecting him to be very excited about all this. And yeah, 5 rounds is good for him. He believes he has the experience, but of course he has the experience, and of course he is used to 5 rounds. But I will show you that with the training methodology we have, you are not gonna see me having a cardio issue or energy management in my fight. It's gonna be a tough fight for both of us, but I hope he is not expecting it to be easy.
And what about you, Benoit? Here you are, relatively new to the UFC. You haven't been around as long as he has. You haven't been training as long as he has. Former interim champion, et cetera, et cetera. And you're the favorite going to this fight. Number 11 is the favorite over number 3. Obviously, you're very confident. You believe in yourself, but are you surprised so many others believe in you?
You know, I believe it's a pretty new sport, and the odds maker are not always right, or I will not be there. For example, the Bonfim brothers, they They are very, very exciting to watch, tough. When they win in big fashion. But it doesn't mean that the guy is one of the top 10 or top 5 in the world. He's tough, but the odds I had was crazy, and I got my victory in the first round. So I don't know about the odds. I believe it's like 50-50 because he has the experience. He's a tough guy. He has a very professional staff around him. He knows how to prepare. He's in his hometown. So yeah, I'm pretty fresh in the game, but he has a lot of tools. But yeah, I'm coming prepared, and I'm coming to prove that the the place is gonna be mine. And yeah, the odds is always something special and something difficult to have a real idea of before the octagon close. And maybe this is why we love to bet and we love to make those odds.
2 days before your fight, Cedric Doumbé is fighting in Paris, and we had him on the show 2 weeks ago, and he said, without a doubt, I am the face of French MMA. You beat Dustin Poirier on March 9th. Is Benoit Saint Denis the face of French MMA?
Cedric is the face of kickboxing, but he's a newcomer in MMA. But yeah, he's the face of kickboxing in France. One of the faces. We have Johan Lidon. We have a lot of tough guys that have beaten him, that he has beaten as well. So those guys I'm talking about are gonna fight this week, I believe. So he's an exciting fighter. He has punching power, and yeah, he's making his place inside the French area, and I hope he is gonna be able to showcase all his glory kickboxing skills. But I believe. For now, I believe in the rankings, and for now it's Cyril Gane, the
Okay.
face of the French MMA. And if Benoit Saint Denis is gonna be one day champion of the lightweight division, he will be the face of the French MMA, and maybe even more. So yeah, you have to prove it. It's easy to talk, but you always have to prove. So let's go 9th of March, and we will see.
So what happens, and I know you're not looking past Dustin, but there's not much space between Dustin and the very top of the division. You win on March 9th. Where do you think that leaves you? What do you think you get after that?
It's a tough question to answer because, like you said, I'm never looking past a fight. But of course, there's not a lot of names left. So yeah, it really very interesting stuff could happen after a fight, after this fight. But I'm gonna do my best to keep it secret for now. But if things are going my way against Justin, you will sure hear from me. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so you know a plan. There is a plan. You just don't want to share it. Is that fair?
Yeah, of course, there is always a plan, but
Oh, I love it.
you can plan as much as you want, but when you are starting to get kicked in the face or punched in the face, you never know if the plan is gonna work. Though, yeah, we will see. But yeah, of course, there is always something to think about, and the future is gonna be yeah. My future as an MMA fighter is gonna have a big step on 9th of March, and let's see what it's gonna be.
It's like Mike Tyson said, right? Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So, of course, there are always plans. But Benoit, could you imagine everything goes your way March 9th, and then perhaps, I don't know, right after les Jeux Olympiques in the summer, It's a title fight in Paris with everyone singing "dan dan dan dan" while you're walking out there fighting for the lightweight title. Could this happen this year? You think you fight for the belt this year if it all goes your way? Is that possible?
You know, for a French guy, everything is possible.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it's a concept we have in France. So nothing is impossible for a French guy. So let's see.
Okay, fair enough. I know you don't want to say too much. You don't want to look past Dustin. Can I ask, when you envision the fight, how do you see it playing out? How do you see yourself winning on the 9th of March?
I see a very tough fight. I see a very entertaining fight, and one of us is gonna be drowning first. So, yeah, I can just say that it's gonna be mental for both of us, and I do believe it's gonna be a huge test and a fight we will be proud of. And I cannot wait to have the octagon closed and have our tools to show to everybody.
I can't wait as well. Kudos to you. Kudos to him for accepting the fight as well. A little over a month away. Going to be incredible. And your rise is really something. And it's great to see so many people backing you as well. So much respect to you, Benoit. Thank you very much for the time. I know it's getting late over there, so we will let you go. Good luck in training. And of course, good luck on March 9th in Miami.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers. There he is, the God of War, Benoit Saint Denis, who appears to be on a rocket ship. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.